Hello, and welcome to episode 152 of Movies and Us. I'm Marcus.
I'm DJ.
And this is a movie review show. The movies I'm reviewing getting sometimes. And this week, we are reviewing the May 18th, 2018 release of Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2. Okay, this movie was directed by David Leitch?
Sure.
Yeah. Written by Rhett Reese, Paul Wernick, and Ryan Reynolds. Produced by Simon Kinberg, Ryan Reynolds, and Lauren Scholler Donner. Starring a slew of names. Oh, is Stanley dead by this point? Because he wasn't in this movie.
No.
Let's say why he wasn't in it then?
It mentions it, yeah.
Okay. Starring Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson / Deadpool, Josh Brolin as Cable, Marina Karen as Vanessa. Was she something else?
She, as far as I know, she was in Gotham, but that's about it.
Huh.
That's all I know her from.
She just looks familiar. I feel like she's been in other things.
She was Dr. Leslie Tompkins in the show Gotham, I believe.
Okay.
But that's all I know her from, so.
Yeah, just this stuff. Okay. Huh.
She was also apparently in Firefly.
Really?
What's that?
Who's she playing Firefly?
I don't know. I just hovered over her name and said she was in Firefly.
Inara Sarah. I don't know who that is. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Carmen. Oh, maybe that's where I know her from.
Maybe. Anyway.
Numbers, V, Batman the Brave and the Bold, The Flash. She's in a lot of the dumb superhero shows.
Maybe she likes them.
Huh, okay. Excuse me. She was Vanessa. Julian Dennison. He's Russell Collins / Firefist. Zazie Beetz. I think actually Zazie Bates. She plays Domino. She's the love of my life. I'm gonna marry her one day. T.J. Miller as Weasel. Brianna Hildebrand as Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Jack Cassidy as Black Tom Cassidy. Oh my god. Why have like 5 paragraphs? Oh my god. Okay. Leslie Uggams as Blind Owl. Karen.
I have to say this.
Yeah.
That is an unfortunate last name.
Uggams?
Yes. Could you imagine the teasing in school for that last name?
Oh, yeah. Especially as a female African American.
Yeah.
She was born in 1943, so it's nothing but like terrible stuff for her.
Yeah. It's that's just unfortunate. Anyway.
Karen Sony probably as
Dopinder.
That just sounds racist.
The taxi driver.
Yeah. Stephen as Colossus.
I'm gonna say Kapusky.
Sure.
Sounds right.
Andre, goddamn, Tricatu as a stand-in character. Who did he play? Oh, he plays part of the Colossus out team. It looks like. Okay. We also have Eddie Marson. Sholi Kutsunu as Yukio. Randall Reeder cameos as Buck, a huge biker type. Oh yeah, some biker team member. God, paragraph 3. Additional. Ryan Reynolds provided a voice of Juggernaut. That's pretty cool. That's credited by him.
You skipped a bunch of people.
Where?
Where? Oh, you're on.
I'm paragraph 3.
I'm on 4. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's like 15 paragraphs for this dumb shit. He's Juggernaut. Vinnie Jones.
No. Vinnie Jones had previously played.
According to this number in this paragraph looks like. Okay, cool.
No.
Next paragraph. Additionally, Robert Mallet as Sluggo. Amy Icebox. Dakota Shipley as Omega Red. Haley Sales and Isley Hervonen respectively appeared as Cable's wife and Hope, their daughter. Hope's dead. Terry Crews. Okay, we've got the X-Force crew. We have Terry Crews as Bedlam, Louis Tan as Shadowstar, Bill Skarsgård as Zeitgeist, Rob Delaney as Peter, and Brad Pitt as The Vanisher. Okay, and the last paragraph for some fucking reason. Reprising the roles as the X-Men from a brief cameo are James McAvoy as Professor X, Nicholas Hoult as the Beast, Evans Peter as Quicksilver, Ty Sheridan as Cyclops, Alexandra Shipp as Storm, Cody Schmidt McPhee as Nightcrawler, archive footage of Hugh Jackman as Logan and Wolverine appearing in the post-credits, David Haller as the best television series Legion, Luke Rosler, who appears as young mutant, credited as Serial Kid. Okay. Okay, Alan Tudyk. Oh, it's just a dumb thing. Okay, Alan Tudyk and Matt Damon appear as Dick Greenleaf, and the Christmas one looks like. This movie's runtime was 119 minutes. That's about 2 hours. It did not need to be 2 hours long. Let's do budget first, I guess. Budget is $110 million, so this movie somehow made $785 million. 700, that's a lot of money, TJ. Which lands in the top 10 of the box office for 2018.
It was also the highest grossing R-rated film at the time.
Oh my god, it beat Logan?
Yeah, so it's funny because Deadpool was the highest, then Logan was the highest, now Deadpool 2 was the highest.
So we're going to do 10 through 6. At 10 of $659 million, we have Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. That's one of those Harry Potter prequels. They're all bad. At number 9, we have Deadpool 2, with the $700 bullshit $1 million. At number 8, we have the Mission Impossible Fallout with $791 million. At number 7, we have Venom with $856 million. That's so much money.
That one's coming up too, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
How does that make more money than Deadpool?
Because Deadpool's the second one, Venom. Everybody's wanted to see Venom, and it's Tom Hardy. And it was
I never saw it, so I can't judge. But
it's kind of okay from what I recall. We're going to talk about it later, I guess. And at number 6, the Bohemian Rhapsody with $900 million. That
was the Queen documentary, right?
Not a documentary. It's like a
retelling kind of a fake documentary.
Yeah, there's a word for it. Yeah, why you gotta say words? But yeah, it's about the Queen band.
Queen's awesome.
So that's behind the scenes. That's the names and the box office. That's behind the scenes, TJ. What you got for us?
There's actually a lot behind. Wait, we only did top 10 through 5?
Well, yeah, because the other ones,
Wait, what was Bohemian? Bohemian was 5?
6.
Oh, okay.
6. Also, number 1 that year was Avengers Endgame or whatever one we just watched.
Yeah, so we already covered that.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess the first thing I'll mention is the relationship between Negahani Teenage Warhead and Yukio. It's the first LGBTQ relationship to ever appear in a Marvel film. So
that's so stupid. That's so stupid. No fucking way. You know what? That's so stupid.
Why?
We've had how many fucking X-Men movies, and they're all about civil rights and LGBTQ shit, and not a single one of them had 2 people of the same sex or on the spectrum of sexiness and render shit being that's so dumb.
You know, it's funny. When they brought that out, this is my girlfriend. It didn't even hit me. I was like, okay, she's your girlfriend, so what? Yeah. But I guess it's a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be a big deal. But if I was like, okay, but if you're not like against that or crusading for it, it's like, okay, that's your girlfriend.
Yeah, but if you're a bigot or always looking for something that's like woke and you're like against wokeness, they did the thing.
Or if you're just like one of the activists for it, it's a big deal too.
Oh, for sure, I guess.
So
it's just like, how did we have so many X-Men movies and not a single one had 2 guys or women or same anything?
Because all the X-Men movies released in the 2000s.
But like, that's literally their whole fucking shtick. Like, what the shit?
I know, but
it's like that's the dumbest fucking thing I've. That's like, well, I'm saying is like even the black characters in X-Men were kind of sidelined, weren't they?
Yep.
It was just mostly white guys galore. You're a female X-Men, you're a victim. Like, oh my god.
Pretty much.
That's
actually a good segue.
Oh, Domino's black, guys. How could you do this? Is that the segue you're going for, I guess?
No, not actually. I gotta find it. This wiki page is so fucking long.
People love Deadpool.
But
I'll give this movie though. This movie is very eclectic in the races and the genders in it, and I guess sexualities too. So that's pretty cool.
But that was a good segue into, like, I don't know, months before the movie was about to come out, and like way into the editing period. Sexual misconduct allegations came out against T.J. Miller.
Oh, yeah, the Weasel. Yeah, he's a scumbag. Allegedly. I don't know. Were they ever found true? Because I remember this going on, but I don't remember.
And was later arrested for calling in a false bomb threat.
Love it.
So,
I love it.
So, yeah, he's a scumbag. Also, behind the scenes, on August 14th, stunt woman Joe S.G. Harris died in a motorcycle accident after losing control and crashing into Shoal Tower. One of the motorcycle stunts. She was not wearing a helmet because the character she was portraying, because she was portraying Domino, does not wear one in the scene, and there had not been time since she joined the film to create one to fit underneath her wig.
That's stupid.
Yep.
R.I.P. What's her name?
Joe Harris. Joy Harris.
Joe Harris.
And what's even worse is veteran stunt double Melissa Stubbs had been available to do the stunt, but they chose Harris because she had the right skin color.
Yeah, which makes sense.
The decision was criticized by multiple stunt professionals, with many noting that Harris's experience with motorcycles did not qualify her to be a stunt performer.
Yeah.
Production was only shut down for 2 days.
Oh, that's not bad.
With the news also came reports that the film's crew were enduring very long hours and were exhausted by the schedule, with the studio confirming that some days increased from the schedule from 12 to 13 hours to film in over 15 hours. It says Dolph Lundgren was interested in playing Cable. So
That would probably be okay as Cable.
and then there was a bunch of stuff about different actors being in the role for Cable. It seemed like it was like Cable was the most contested role for some reason.
Old white guy. All the actors you're probably listening off are probably old white guys who we all know and love.
I'm trying to find it, but I can't seem to find the casting.
Cast, additional, reprising, development, writing, pre-production, filming, post-production, music, marketing.
Oh, another interesting thing that was they cut a bunch of jokes out, obviously, but they added a lot of jokes when they learned that Disney bought Fox.
Yeah.
That's why there's a lot of those Frozen jokes and stuff in there. But when they were doing interviews for X-Force, and they're having different people come in, one of the ideas was to bring Chris Evans in as the Human Torch.
Who?
Chris Evans as the Human Torch.
That'd be funny.
And apparently, before they switched out. Oh, that was another thing. They switched writers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a different writer in the first movie. They brought one in due to creative differences between Reynolds and the writer.
I remember hearing about this when this happened, yeah.
And in the original one, they were going to actually have the Thing fight Juggernaut.
Huh.
Fantastic Four. So that was interesting. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble finding the exact spots. Miller let the film over mutual creative differences, reportedly based on the fact that Reynolds had expanded creative control since he's the one that brought all this forward.
Yeah.
So, but Miller wanted to do a more stylized follow up to the film. I don't know what that means. Versus Ryan's focus on raunchy comedy that earned the R rating. I don't know if he wanted to make it more PG-13 or
maybe you said stylized, right?
Yes.
Maybe more like wacky wall breaking and like him just doing shit like that. I don't know. So I know in the comic books he obviously goes to the panels and shit, so maybe shit like that.
Maybe. I don't know. But he also wanted Kyle Chandler as Cable. I don't know who Kyle Chandler is.
Neither do I.
But he wanted him as Cable, but Reynolds did not want him as Cable.
Wonder why.
So eventually they just was like, okay, guess this isn't working, and they sided with Ryan Reynolds because he's the star of the movie and pretty much the creative force behind everything, so it makes sense. And so they brought in a John Wick guy.
He did a pretty decent job.
The other thing was the casting for Cable, which I'm still looking for. Oh, there it is. Michael Shannon was in it, and a lot of the was the front runner. They also considered David Harbour.
Oh, okay.
And Pierce Brosnan was also in negotiation.
Huh. Not terrible casting.
Also, Brad Pitt was also considered. But I think there was casting issues, which is why he only had that small role.
Which makes sense.
But then out of nowhere, Josh Brolin, I guess, came up and said, I'll do it. And they're like, okay, we got Thanos, so.
He did a good job of it, too.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, he's just a stoic guy, so like, how hard can that be?
That's all the major things, I believe. Of course, there was a PG-13 version of this called Once Upon a Deadpool that spoofed the Princess Bride. And there's apparently a canceled spin-off of this movie because of the whole Fox thing falling through.
Oh.
This film has an 84% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What's that, a what?
84%.
Holy shit.
And I don't want to do this because they're so lame, but every review gives it a high rating and then does a jokey twist with the review.
Yeah.
This guy's, I'm not even going to credit him. He gave 3.5 out of 4 stars, saying Deadpool 2 is a better superhero movie sequel than Superman 4, Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, and Batman and Robin.
Mike McGranum said that, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Why not credit him?
Because it's stupid.
What's stupid about that? Because
it's stupid. It's not. That's not a review. That's a joke.
Okay, so you can't just say the thing and not credit the motherfucker.
Yes, I can. I just did.
Well, I credited him. Mike McGranum, good job, bro. Or ma'am, whoever you identify as now.
You don't know anything, so I don't know why you even bother. And
how's that a joke, though? It's a better sequel than this. I mean, it's not fact. It's not wrong.
Because it's not intended. Because if you look at the context of it, Mike McGranum gave the movie a 3.5 out of 4 stars, which is a good rating, and explaining that it's a better superhero film than Superman 4, Ghost Rider, and Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Which means that if you were going to give that review of that, you would do, if it was an actual review, it would be good sequels, not bad sequels.
Well, it also says, you finish with the quote, It's also better than the original Deadpool. End quote. Like, it's not terrible. And for a superhero sequel, it's better than the shitty ones we've seen. So enjoy it, guys. Like, that's enough. That's what's jokey
That's
about
not
that.
what the intended of it. No, because it's if it was, he would like, it's one of the better superhero sequels. You don't put in the worst superhero sequels in there. It was intended to be a joke because of the format of the movie is a joke. They were riding off of that, and I found it lame. So
well, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like, I don't get how this is a joke. Like, yeah, remember these shitty ones? It's not those, so enjoy.
That's not how it's intended. Are you
talking about?
Lying? You don't give a 3.5, which is like a 9 out of 10, and to a movie and say, oh, it's better than Superman 4, which is like a 2. That's obvious. There's no point. You don't even point to put that in there with the other garbage movies that he's listing is to make a joke of it.
What's another superhero sequel that's pretty decent to compare this to then?
Avengers?
Those aren't sequels, though. That's a universe. I'm saying like Iron Man 2, Thor 2. They're all f***ing bad. You get what I'm saying?
X-Men 2.
X-Men 2? That was kind of Remember? I don't think we liked it that much.
It was good.
It was okay.
It was probably the best one.
Probably. I don't remember. I thought I liked it less.
No.
I don't recall.
Because the first one was bland.
I don't remember. Go back to that if you guys listen to it and respond in the comments. But I don't think this guy.
Superman 2.
Yeah, I don't. If you're gonna quote this guy, let's give him credit. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway, this movie.
Michael Phillips or Michelle Phillips of the Chicago Tribune gave the film 3 out of 4 stars and wrote, "quote Deadpool 2 is just like Deadpool, only more so. It's also a fair bit better, funnier, more inventive than the 2016 smash. ... and more consistent in its chosen tone and style. Ultraviolet screwball comedy." End quote.
Are you doing the behind the scenes or am I?
What?
Are you doing behind the scenes or am I?
You are. That's why it's taking a half hour.
Stop interfering then.
Come on, man.
I'm on the last section here.
Oh, God. What now?
They won 4 awards.
Oh, God. Jesus, really?
Yeah, they're all Golden Trailer Awards. Although it did get a GLAAD Media Award nomination. So
the hell's GLAAD?
Isn't it the Gay Alliance or something like that?
The GLAAD Media Award is a U.S. accolade bestowed by GLAAD, GLAAD. GLAAD to recognize and honor various branches of the media of their outstanding representatives of the, okay, you're right, lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender, LGBT community. And the issues affair, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Anyway.
What did it get nominated for?
It won.
No, I'm saying for GLAAD. What did it get nominated for GLAAD?
Outstanding Film Wide Release Deadpool 2.
Wasn't a gay film, so.
Got gay stuff in it, so.
Okay, so it's just the 2 characters?
That's all you need?
That's stupid.
It's because it's an underrepresented thing in film, so you have to take what you
Is
can
it?
get. I mean,
I could name like 5 gay characters probably.
From movies?
Yeah, hold on.
From 2018?
Hold on, let me think about this.
Can you now?
Shut up. 2018. God. Yeah, there's a gay character in
Mm-hmm.
Okay, continue.
Okay, I thought so.
Hold on. There's got to be some gay characters out there, right? Oh wow. Hold on, let me think about this. Is hard. I'm looking at the list.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's like nothing.
Yeah, no shit.
Holy shit.
Anyway, this movie won 4 awards. It won 4 Golden Trailer Awards. It won 2 in 2018 for Best Teaser and Most Original Trailer. And then it won 2 in 2019 for Best Comedy TV Spot for a Feature Film and Most Original TV Spot for a Feature Film. And that's all it won.
Awesome.
Back to you.
Oh, is that it?
That was it.
Okay, we did the behind the scenes. We did box office. We did credits. Is that all the shit we had to talk about before we get to the thing?
Yes.
Okay, let's get to the review of this movie. Deadpool 2. So, Deadpool's back, ladies and gentlemen, and he's still in love with Vanessa. He's still killing people.
How did this movie open up for you?
He killed himself.
Talking about Logan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
I was just curious, because I think that was added for the extended cut, and it wasn't in the original cut.
See, I could have sworn the movie, I saw this in theaters, and this is verbatim the movie I saw in theaters.
I thought so too, but that's not what the wiki page is telling me.
I think the wiki page is wrong, because I know Logan came out, 20s, whatever the came out. It was great.
Yeah.
So
yes.
They had plenty of time to do things to the movie.
Right. I'm with you right there. But like they're telling me differently, so.
I'll disagree with Wikipedia until they prove me wrong. I remember seeing this in theaters just like this. Yeah, there's something different about this than I saw in theaters, if I recall. I just don't remember it being 2 hours long. Why is this movie 2 hours long? So yeah, Deadpool's back. He's still a mercenary killing people. We get a montage of him killing people. Oh no, he gets one person gets away. We'll get to that later. He's still in love with Vanessa. She gets fridged off by the guy who got away from Deadpool's montage of murders, and which triggers Deadpool be sad and have a James Bond opening, which I really enjoyed. How'd you feel about her dying?
I'm gonna say this right now. I didn't really remember any of this movie going into it. I'm like, oh, I forgot any of this happened.
Really?
Yeah. So it didn't leave that much of a mark on me in the first time, apparently.
Yeah.
So, and I kind of felt the same way the second time around. I was like, oh, I forgot she died.
Yeah, right? Like,
Oh, well.
I don't. The only thing I didn't remember about this movie was her dying. Wait a second. This is new. I didn't see this in mine. He kills himself by jumping off a thing? Does he have like a day? Oh, I don't think in my version and the Disney Plus version, he has like a Groundhog Day thing where he's killing himself multiple ways.
Yeah, no, that happens.
Yeah.
He jumps off a roof, drinks draining cleaner. That's why I was asking about the Logan thing, where he was like, he's got a miniature of Logan, like
yes,
with a spike through it and spinning around. He's like, Logan comes in and takes my number one spot, and then he goes and has the balls to kill himself off in it.
I've had that. I didn't have the scene I just saw. I'm skimming through it right now. There's a lot of scenes in this I didn't have. When the two guy hillbillies talking on the pickup truck, I didn't have that.
How bloody was it for you?
Bloody.
Like, did you have missing arms and stuff?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Deadpool 2 for sure. Like, this was a bloody movie, undoubtedly. I saw him get torn apart by Juggernaut. Like, ooh, wow. Okay,
I was just curious because I was wondering if maybe Disney Plus version watered it down a bit.
No, they keep their movies that are definitely R-rated, like as is. They just have a feature that if you have it like on the kid-friendly setting that kids can't watch, you can't access R-rated movies while that profile is set up that way.
Oh, okay.
It won't even advertise those movies. I was trying to find Logan one day. Like, where's Logan at? Oh, different profile. There's Logan. That kind of thing. I couldn't find Deadpool 2. I had to go to a different profile to find Deadpool 2.
I got you.
Yeah, but once you find it, it's like, oh, this is brutal.
Like the movie's brutal. Like when you open it up, when it opens up and he's going back and killing, like he's killing a lot of people.
Yeah.
But when I'm watching it, I'm not feeling it for some reason.
Right? Because it's not brutal enough.
Like it's I don't know what it is about it though. Like if you remember that opening scene with Logan where he was just murdered those guys when they were beating him with that baseball bat.
Because that was more quote-unquote grounded for a superhero film. The camera wasn't going around in circles. It wasn't dancing around. No, it was like, oh, he got hit. That guy got hit. There's claws on the guy's face, blood everywhere. There's sword fights going on and limbs are flying, but there's not blood flying. As it should be.
Like, you could define the violence in Deadpool 2 as brutal. It just didn't.
It's cartoonishly brutal.
Yeah.
Well, Logan was like, oh my god, I felt that.
Right, you feel it at Logan, and this one, and I'm only bringing up the comparison because Deadpool himself brings it up. Yeah. But like the opening, it's like, we're gonna do just as much as Logan did, and I just didn't feel it at all.
Because Logan was brutal for story purposes, while this is brutal for brutal's sake. Like this one's, and I felt this throughout the whole movie, is like, you're doing things, but it's like, I don't, maybe because it's the tone of being Deadpool, so it's undercutting everything, but it's like, there's like no weight to it. There's like, okay, ha ha ha, funny, guys, heads over there now. Whereas Logan was like, oh my god. Like, oh my god.
I think Logan spoiled the genre a little bit.
I don't think so, because you can still do it. I think this movie could have done it as good as Logan. Like, this isn't a bad movie.
No, it's not a bad movie, but I don't know if he could do it with the comedy.
Because it's definitely undercuts.
Because the movie is funny.
It is. I think this is better than the first one.
Yeah, definitely better than the first one. I didn't care for the plot. If that
not at all, right? Because this is what happens in this movie, guys. His wife / girlfriend, I don't know what she is. I think his girlfriend at this point, right? Still? They're not married?
Yeah, Vanessa.
Okay, she gets murdered. So I'm thinking that's going to be the whole thing for this. No, it's just, I'm sad now my girlfriend got murdered. What can I do? I'll join the X-Men. Oh, I can't join the X-Men because I'm still too crazy. I killed somebody.
Well,
I'd go to jail. He was an X-Men, what was it?
He was a trainee. But he didn't join the X-Men. Colossus kind of forced him to join the X-Men. So anyway,
which is funny. There's a lot more. Holy shit!
Like, and the relationship between Colossus and Deadpool is very funny.
Oh, they have a great relationship.
How they're kind of like a friends, but Deadpool treats it like they're almost in a relationship.
Yes. He's a funny character with like how he plays off all the characters. I do think, I'm gonna say this now, saying this a lot, thinking out loud now. He's definitely a character who should not have his own movie.
Deadpool?
Yeah, like the movies are fine. They're fine. They're good movies. But he definitely does play better off other characters. He works
better off of other characters, definitely.
Like how Batman's better in the background. I think Deadpool's also better in someone else's movie, just doing his shit. Yeah, so Deadpool kind of temporarily joins the X-Men, sees the kid he's got a mentor throughout the rest of the movie. His name's Russell. Russell's angry. He's an edgelord kid. He's fat and just tired of being abused, I guess. That's his thing, not being abused, right? Not sexually, just tortured.
No, he's got anger issues, first of all.
Yes.
And then they put him in an abusive place.
Yeah, this is a place that holds kid mutants, I guess.
Yes.
But not the X Mansion. It's like the bad version of that.
Yeah, which is weird. Like, they show a lot of places in this movie that they really treat mutants like shit.
Well, that's the universe, right? Mutants are treated as
Not necessarily. I mean, yes, but every place seems to be like everything's bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the X-Men universe, though, right? Like, mutants are terrible. Boo.
Well, at this point, I think, didn't they resolve a lot of that stuff?
I mean, same way we evolve racism, right?
like,
we still have racism now.
No, but like, when the X-Men show up, they're like, oh, the X-Men are here. You know what I mean? They're like, they're renowned as good guys. So it's not like all mutants are bad. You know what I'm saying?
You know that you say that? Yeah, because like they kind of did applaud the X-Men showing up. But those are the good ones. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, but like...
it's like they're I can't think of a black people equivalent to that, but...
But it just seems like they have the bad orphanage, the
jail,
very bad jail, and it's like there's no good places. It's juxtaposed to the X Mansion, which they joke about, literally has no one in it. Where are all the kids? I mean, if you don't want to show it was a funny joke to have the X-Men hide.
Yes,
that's fine. But where are all the kids that are going to school here and stuff? Budget. But like they even say they have a giant budget now.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And how hard can it be to get a few extras walking around in the background?
Right. Where are the kids? Yeah. Where are they showing this stuff? You know, it's just this movie had $110 million budget.
You're not wrong. You know? That's a big budget.
So, I don't know. It just feels empty and almost just like everything's shit.
I guess it's just to make the movie go forward, I guess. Like, all the movies got a movie, and X-Men or I guess mutants are still bad. I don't know.
And I don't know which like continuity it is.
That too.
It feels like...
I mean, typically we saw the X-Men First Class continuity people, so...
Yeah, I know. But it feels like we're in the X-Men First Class continuity, but is this the same continuity that Logan's in? Because Cable's future, if you remember in the future with Cable, he's a mutant, but when we got to Logan, all the mutants were gone.
But Logan's far in the future. Oh, shit, you're right. Hold on. Yeah. No, they were dying. They were all gone, but they were dying.
No, the only ones that were...
They were gone.
The only ones who were left were Wolverine, Xavier, and that one guy that gets killed off.
Whatever his name was.
Yeah, the one guy, the pale guy that kills off, and a bunch of kids. And they were all created by the company.
Yeah.
So...
it's TJ. It's X-Men. It's all different universes.
So it's just confusing.
It is. Anyways, the kid's angry. They're there to stop him from destroying shit. They kind of stop him, but Deadpool kills somebody. So now Deadpool and the kid have to go to Supermax prison. Oh no, where they have collars on that stop them from doing things. Yada. And
that's another thing. This kid's like what?
Yeah.
13?
Yeah, so why is he going to this jail?
Shouldn't he go back into the orphanage or a different orphanage or whatever?
Like, this is like people bad jail. This is bad jail, guys. You can't go here. And just having this fat little kid walking around these murderous adults, like, oh my god, this is why he destroys the future, guys. But yeah, we also get I'm pretty sure eventually we get flash forwards of Cable being sad because his family got murdered by future Russell. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, he shows up and stuff.
He time travels to this time period. He tries to attack Russell. It breaks Deadpool free. Shenanigans happens. Now Deadpool's got to go save Russell.
And here's another thing that really bothered me in this movie. So they use power dampeners to take people's powers away to put him in prison.
Yeah.
Were they really going to let Deadpool just die of cancer in a jail?
Well, he's Deadpool, right?
He can't heal, though.
Yeah, but he's infamous. Like, he's Deadpool. I guess everyone in the universe knows, like, oh, this is Deadpool.
Right.
So, like, I guess that's the best alternative, right?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Did he get sentenced to death to be killed by cancer? That seems like
he did. There's a kid in this jail cell, so, like, you know...
let the one guy die of cancer with a kid there. I know I'm supposed to turn my brain off for Deadpool 2, but...
That too, yeah.
Because we got a movie. I'm thinking about this. This is like
it's stupid.
Why?
It's very
happening?
Dumb. It's very stupid. Well, he's there because he's not going to stay in jail because we all know that third act's going to happen eventually. Cable comes in, shit happens. Deadpool then is free. He goes, makes the Force, the X Force, right? That's what it's called, X Force.
Well,
what?
Well, he escapes prison.
Yeah,
and now and the kid's still in prison. Now they have to. I guess they have to move I don't know why they're moving everybody out.
I'm thinking of moving people because the prison's compromised and destroyed, so they're going to move people to a better prison. They didn't say that, but that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay, but what's a different prison? That was like the highest security prison for mutants.
Yeah, but it was destroyed a little bit, so now it's tampered with, and he's going to move somewhere else.
So they have to move every prisoner in trucks.
Including the Juggernaut. By the way, Juggernaut's in this too, guys.
Yeah, so it's like they said foreshadowing with the monster. Who else was going to be in there?
Yeah.
I mean, really. It would have been a shock if it wasn't the Juggernaut, honestly.
Although, to be fair, when I first saw it, I did think it was going to be Juggernaut, but maybe it's not going to be him. Maybe it's going to be some other big thing. But it was him, so I guess it wasn't that shot. It was pretty cool still.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, they got to transfer to people because story purposes. This is definitely a movie of movies got a movie, guys. Don't question anything.
Turn your brain off, because we're just going to make up a bunch of shit.
So it's a great scene where Deadpool gets the X-Force going along.
Were there during the interviews?
Yeah.
I think they needed to have one or two more where they rejected some people.
Yes, yeah.
Because they were all just accepted. It's like, okay, well, then why did we have the interviews?
Because just to get to tell you what they do before they die.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Get you hyped up.
That's why you should have had one or two to be like, nope.
Yeah.
Like, they should have had really competent superheroes come in and like, you're not fit for this.
Yeah, you're too strong for us. You don't. No.
Yeah.
You make me look bad or something like that.
Yeah. That's how you do that joke.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess budget again or whatever.
Like you don't even need like a star study. You can just have a comic book character from Marvel that is very powerful that no one's seen, that hasn't been on screen before. You know what I mean?
That's true. Or someone who's a lot of makeup on, so they can just cast whoever
make anybody.
Yeah. Well, we're not writing the movie. But he has his task force. Zazi's there. My love of my life. I'll marry you one day. I love you so much. And they go save the kid from the transport, and they jump off airplanes, and they all die one by one, besides Zazie and Deadpool. In a funny scene, watch it. It's funny. It's great.
Brad Pitt's in it for 3 seconds.
Yeah, I still chuckled at it this time around, like knowing it's gonna happen. Like, funny. Thanos' power, Zazie, she's all about luck. So whatever she does, luck happens, which is a power, I guess. It's cool.
Not according to Deadpool. It's a stupid power.
It's stupid and it can't be cinematic.
Yeah.
Fight scene happens. What's his face is unleashed. Juggernaut.
Well, Cable attacks the thing to try to get.
Yeah. Cable attacks.
So
Juggernaut's released. Stops the plan. Juggernaut, the kid, go to the place where the kid's gonna kill someone and reach his future. But Deadpool, Cable, and the rest of them team back up. Cable is joining up because we gotta fight Juggernaut now. I can't do it myself. I can't time travel because I have one charge left. Because story purposes, bad writing.
I would say it's bad writing,
but it makes sense.
No, but I'm going to say because they actually fix it later in the movie.
Yeah,
I don't think it's bad writing. I think this Cable just didn't know how to fix it.
Oh, that too. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't call that bad writing either way. Time travel's bad writing. I think they kind of got around it in a good way by saying I only have 2 charges.
Right, but like that's what I mean. He didn't know how to use it, so I don't think it's so much. Well, it's
even if he didn't know how to use this, I don't think it's bad writing though. Like how would that be bad writing? Bad
writing is a bad term.
Yeah.
I'm defending it within context in the realm of the movie itself, if that makes sense.
Well, it makes sense to me though, right? Like, how does it not make sense? I have a thing it has 2 charges on it.
You're the one that said it was bad writing.
What?
You're the one that said it was bad writing.
Deadpool says in it. It's like, I don't get how that's bad writing or lazy writing. It could be lazy, probably.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's only got 2. But you know what? I hate calling that bad writing because,
it makes sense.
Sometimes things just have 2 charges left.
And he's a guy who's very angry, wants revenge.
I guess
he's
it's
going for 3 charges.
I guess it's lazy because it's a trope at that point.
But you need that when it comes
There's
to time
only
travel,
a certain amount of things left, of course. So you have this ultra powerful thing that only has this many uses left. I guess it's a trope, and that's why it's lazy.
But it needs it, though, right? So that's why I'm cool with that kind of trope. Anyways, they team up to stop Russell and the Juggernaut from killing the guy who owns the school. Because if Russell kills the guy that owns the school, he gets a taste for killing people, which leads him on a killing spree, and which destroys Cable's future, and that's why Cable came back. So
no, kills Cable's family, not his future.
Well, his family is his future. About his family, what's he got, TJ? What's a man got about his family?
Just FYI, if people don't know, Cable is Cyclops' son.
Spoiler alert, TJ.
It's not mentioned at all in this movie.
Anyways, so they go to stop Russell. There's a big third act fight. Deadpool dies, but Deadpool's death triggers Russell not to be a murderous motherfucker in the future, which causes Cable to have slightly a change of heart, which Cable uses last thing to time travel back and save Deadpool. So everyone's has a happy ending. Movie saved. The end. Post credits. Or I guess, I don't know what happens in your edit, but Negasonic teenage girl and her girlfriend, Yukio, add charges to the time travel thing for some reason. Because, funny embed stuff. And give Deadpool the power to go back in time and first off, save his girlfriend. Second off, save Peter, which I think is great. Deadpool saves his wife, saves Peter, goes back to X-Men Wolverines and kills off that version of Deadpool and talks to Wolverine like, hey, Wolverine, I'll see you in the next one probably. You're awesome. Still a fan. What?
Who says
Don't
that?
worry. And then Deadpool chooses Ryan Reynolds because he's going to do Green Lantern. That's a bad movie choice, which wasn't really that bad of a movie, if I recall. It was just boring.
No, we didn't. I don't think we liked it.
Yeah. Oh, and my version on Disney Plus, I know it was edited out. Or not edited out, but look at the deleted scene. But it looks like on your version they have it. He kills baby Hitler.
He doesn't.
What? Oh, he doesn't. No,
they show him going to choke the baby, but then at the end credits scene, he's holding the baby. And he's like, "Yeah, I just don't have it in me to kill a baby. I'm gonna change your diaper, Hitler, and then I'm gonna go back and get Cable because he likes killing kids."
Okay, that's Deadpool too. What's your thoughts on TJ?
I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
I thought it was fine. Better than the original, which is really all you can hope for a sequel. Not the best movie I've ever seen in my life.
No,
not even the best Marvel movie. Probably the best.
No.
Fox Marvel movie I've seen.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I'm always adamant. Like, I think the best X-Men universe movies are the Deadpool movies.
Yeah,
and Logan.
If this one's better than the first, then yeah.
Yeah. I think all the other X-Men shit are usually just like subpar compared to Deadpool and Logan.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about Logan. Yeah. So Logan's definitely number one.
Logan is the best X-Men shit ever.
Yes, but Deadpool 2 is easily second. Yeah. Although I didn't want to see the Venom stuff, so
yeah, you're not gonna like them.
No, probably not.
I will say this also. I think that this movie, like enjoyable as it was, I do think it's better than the first. Weirdly, and I remember giving the first one high review. I should have done that.
No, I'm thinking back to my review. I don't know what I gave it. I don't remember, but I think it was high.
I should have given it lower than I think I gave like an 8 or 9. I should not have done that.
I think I gave it an 8 myself.
Yeah,
but I could be wrong, and I'm not leaning towards an 8 anymore.
No.
Because I think this one's better.
Yes, but ain't that good.
And I wanted to give this one a 7.
Right? You know what I mean? Get out of my head, TJ. Like the subs, there's no sub. Like his whole girlfriend being dead thing, I thought be more of a thing for him.
Yeah,
but like the plot is just this movie feels less emotional wise.
The plot isn't there. It's not. It's really not there to hold it up. Nothing really seems to happen.
No, it's just a bunch of shenanigans of like, hey, my girlfriend died. Now I'm an X-Men. Now I'm in prison. Now I gotta fight Cable. Now I'm fighting the Juggernaut. Now I'm doing that. It's just movies got a movie. A lot of cool ideas, but no weight to any of the stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Task Force, X-Force, they're all dead. Like, oh, this is funny, huh? Like, it's like nothing much here. It's like this is a good popcorn movie.
Yes. It's supposed to turn your brain off.
Yes. Well, I expected, for some reason, I guess I expected more from that.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but it's a solid movie. It's solid. Yeah. What would you give this then?
I think I got to give it an 8.
Yeah?
Only because I can't give it less than what I gave Deadpool.
Yeah.
But I can't give it a 9 either.
Yeah.
So if I could retroactively go back and change Deadpool to a 7, I probably would.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
I'm pretty much on board too with that. Like I'm pretty sure I gave Deadpool like a 9 because I was like, this is a great rated R film, not knowing Logan was coming up.
Right.
But like, it's not fair to go back, right? At the time, it was a solid movie.
No, it's not fair to go back.
Yeah. Like I would love to give Deadpool 1 probably like you said a 7 or 8 for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't be upset to give Deadpool a 6. Honestly, the original one.
Yeah.
7.
7. Yeah.
But I could easily see giving them both a 7. But since I think I gave Deadpool an 8, I think I got to go with an 8 with this one too.
Because like these films are fun and enjoyable, but they're not like go back worthy.
No.
Whereas Logan, like less quote unquote happens in it compared to this, but like
that's
I can go back to Logan and watch that all day.
I guess that's a fair point too. Like this is a good first watch movie. Like, you don't know what you're getting out of it, but once you know all the jokes and stuff like that. There's no substance to it anymore.
No.
And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And I did watch this years later, obviously. I watched it when it came out and I'm watching it for this. And those jokes were I still chuckled at some of them, but they weren't like, oh, this is great. It's like,
Right.
okay, that's funny. I don't know. And maybe because like all the other characters don't have development in them. Like Cable, yeah, he's angry. His family died. That's it. Zazie is there to be Zazie. The Task Force, X-Force, they all die. And Colossus being Colossus again. And Russell's angry. So like there's no character to really like, I care about that character.
And it's almost as if they brought new characters in to have new characters.
Yes.
Like they brought Cable and Domino in because they were part of X-Force.
Yes.
Those were X-Force with Deadpool. But it's almost like you had the Colossus and the teenage warhead girl from the first movie. He could have focused on those and developed those characters further, but they got relegated to the back door. You didn't have to kill off the girlfriend. He could have easily developed that relationship.
Yeah. Hell, you could have developed for the first half and then kill her.
Yeah. So it's like there's plenty of characters that you had from the first movie that already were established that you could have developed, but you kind of put them in the back seat and then focused on new characters that need to be developed now because they're new characters.
Yeah. Like it was just like there's a lot here, but a lot of nothing going on.
Yes.
Like Deadpool's a fine character, but we got enough of him. We know who he is. Like he's just a crazy guy who makes jokes. What's more about him do we need to know? So it's like, yeah, there's like nothing to make me care about. It was like this is a really good fan service movie. You know how much I hate fan service, but this is like, hey, like you said, Domino's here and Cable's here. Hey, Juggernaut, we got the rights to that guy. Is that cool, guys? Like, okay, cool. Hey, Wolverine's in the post credits. Cool, right, guys? Like, okay, well, like do something with the stuff. And it did stuff, but not stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, yeah. How would you have made it better, though?
How would you have made it better?
Yeah. Like, who would you focus on, like, more so to make it more like, oh, I care about these people? Do you focus on Cable? Do you focus on Russell? Do you focus on...
I would have done a completely different story.
Oh. Yeah?
Yeah.
Same characters or just a whole different thing?
No, I wouldn't have used Cable.
No?
No, the whole time travel shenanigans. And they should have used Cable for Days of Future Past if they were going to use them.
Okay.
Because that's where he belongs.
That's fair.
And they didn't because his story's goofy, which fits in with Deadpool, but it's not really a Deadpool story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I would have gone something like, they said in the first movie that Deadpool 1 is a love story masquerade as a comedy film, and this is a family film masquerade as a comedy film. And it's like, why don't you just tell a Deadpool superhero story?
Yeah, right.
Why do you need to masquerade it as something else?
Yeah.
And I think that's what hurts the movie.
Okay. I like those words.
So it's like, focus on Deadpool as why do we need to focus on these humanizing natures when he's an assassin for hire? You could do so many stories with that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Why you don't really need any of that?
Now, is it like? Would you have like one other superhero in it though? Like, would you want Spider-Man in it? Would you have one other, or would you want solely a Deadpool movie? No other big name superheroes.
My ideal thing is having Deadpool not so much teamed up, but almost have him as the antagonist against Captain America.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, kind of like, because they're such different characters.
Okay.
They're so completely polar opposites and different ideas. And like maybe there's somebody that's gonna potentially destroy the world or something, and Deadpool wants to kill him, but Cap's like, you can't do that. And you have them going up against each other, trying to having a battle of morals essentially.
Could that be good though? Like, is Deadpool a character you can do that with, like with someone against Captain America? Like, especially if it's a Deadpool. Like, I feel like Deadpool is such a zany thing. Could you get emotion out of that? You think?
Yeah. You could definitely get emotion out of it. It's just you still have to focus on Deadpool to do it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Deadpool's still the protagonist of the story.
Yeah.
Captain America is the antagonist of the story, even though he's technically the good guy of the story.
Yeah.
So if you tell it from that perspective and have crazy Deadpool and his justifications and going through it and seeing it through his eyes, but still not getting enough of Cap's reality in there, I think that could be, you just got to play up the craziness a little bit more, actually.
Okay. I guess I feel like you're right, but I just can't see getting emotion out.
That's how I would do it.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like putting the Punisher up against Captain America and how those two are like ideal opposites. You know what I mean?
But that makes sense because they're both grounded. Like,
But yeah,
Deadpool's
that's
so out there.
That's why I think that kind of movie with Deadpool, if written right, and written from technically the villain's perspective, I think would be a good movie.
Okay, it'd be interesting for sure. I should rate this too, shouldn't I? I'm going to also give this the same rating I gave Deadpool 1. I think it's on par with as good as Deadpool 1. It's better probably. No, I think this was on par with Deadpool 1. I think Deadpool, the first one, gave me more emotion with the characters.
Yeah, but that movie was, if you rethink about that movie, it was a slog and it was boring at points. So at least this movie didn't have that. Yeah,
but also I didn't care about this movie. By the time it got done, I was like, okay, that was fun. I didn't hate it. I did not hate it. It was just like, okay, cool. Next. Nothing was like, oh, I can't wait for more of that. I was like, okay, that was enjoyable. Whereas the first one, I was like, I could go for more of this. I enjoyed these characters. This one, no characters. Like, okay, it's a fun ride.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I think both the positive and negatives of each of these movies counteract each other. That's why I think they're on par with each other.
I mean, it is the same movie.
Yeah. The budget's bigger for this movie. That's the only difference.
The budget's bigger and a slightly different story.
Yeah.
So
I cared about his girlfriend kind of in the first one. I kind of cared about his motivations and him getting a go against Francis. Like, okay, I enjoyed this movie a little bit. It's the first time doing this. Well, this one's like, okay, solid. They didn't f it up, but good. So, like you said, that's the best you can hope for, is like not messing up with the first one put out there.
Yeah.
It's solid. I would give this either 8 or 9. I forget what I gave the first one, but it's like on par with the first one.
Yeah. All right. Is that it?
Sure.
Now that we did it, it's done.
Yay.